Shanti says, Father, can you talk about physical sensations? I am feeling physically weak today and would like to feel better so I can be productive. So struggling with this a bit. I know this wanting to be productive feeling. Are you saying something, Shanti, or somebody else? So I know this feeling of wanting to be productive. In fact, after I came back from my first visit to Thiru, there was a period of time, and some of you know about this, there was a period of time where there was just no life energy to be productive at all. It seemed like, I was the happiest actually than I'd ever been, but to everyone around, it felt like I've gone into a depression. It felt like, and I've never struggled with this depression thing. So everybody felt that something not right has happened with him in Thiru. They were very fearful of me going back to Thiru. But so they felt that I had this depression because it was like this entire life energy was out. And I didn't bother about work. There were months where I didn't reply to my emails. Just then the family became so concerned that I decided to write to Moojiji. And I said that actually I'm the happiest I've ever been. But there is just no life energy here. There's just no life energy here, and it's affecting my work, and my family is starting to get worried. What is happening with this one? And he said, you must trust this. You must trust what is happening because it is pure grace. In fact, let me see if I can open that email because I feel my paraphrasing cannot match up to his true words. Just give me a minute and we'll see if I can open that email. So I'll read some excerpts from what I had written to him. I wrote to him, my dearest Father Mooji, I love you. What a beautiful blessing to see your mail. I'd written to him something earlier, which he had replied. And then there was something else there about Ayurveda. But I said, my father, there is so much joy in your presence, even in reading an email from you. The heart feels such a strong connection and a knowing. This is such a blessed time for me. The mind is losing interest in most things it was so attracted to earlier, including work and achievement. The family, in brackets Tina and my parents, are quite worried about what is going to happen, what is going to become of my life. But I am secure in following God's plan. I am so grateful to God for helping me find my Sadguru. So he replied saying, my dear son Ananta, I am deeply pleased to read your report, which corresponds nicely to the pathways of the soul's flow to ocean being from days of old. It is natural, given the way the world thinks, that your nearest and dearest should feel the way they do. After all, this is how we have been trained and conditioned to perceive life. However, as you now see and know, your being's unfolding path is inside the great all-inclusive river which is carrying the whole world. He said, let me repeat this one. He said, however, as you now see and know, your being's unfolding path is inside the great all-inclusive river which is carrying the whole world. The sage's heart remains ever untroubled by remaining inside itself as pure awareness. He is not concerned with the world play, though at times, out of compassion, he will appear to be moving about to ensure change goes in the right direction, while inwardly knowing nothing can move contrary to divine will. Those who see themselves as waves and ripples will undoubtedly panic at the thought of an unknown future, but those whose hearts are inspired to rest in trust will know intuitively all things are well and will be in accordance with God's will. Maybe just to read this one again. Those who see themselves as waves and ripples will undoubtedly panic at the thought of an unknown future, but those whose hearts are inspired to rest in trust will know intuitively all things are well and will be in accordance with God's will. I am with you to the end as you are with and in me. I am with you to the end as you are with and in me. Ours is an unfamiliar dance in the eyes of the ego. Ours is an unfamiliar dance in the eyes of the ego, the dance of intuition, surrender, love, and trust. Your family will grow in and through your own liberation. Remind Tina, that's what she was called then, of the peace which arose within her, which removes all the noise and fears of the mind. All this is divine auspiciousness. Trust that it is impossible to act from your heart's truth and it turns out wrong for others. Let me repeat. Trust that it is impossible to act from your heart's truth and it turns out wrong for others. Your family and yourself is one. So blessed. So blessed. Didn't turn out to be so much about physical sensations, but that is the answer that came up, you see. This was in 2009. So just surrender and trust is enough. And this river is flowing only through God's grace, through divine will.